Well, I got a little bit of boxes over there. Boy, these people are pushy, pushy, pushy. Don't push in the line. Stop texting while you're driving, too. Gosh. But, so anyway, I got a few boxes over there, which is cool. Didn't want to run over the store manager there. It's better than nothing, but they have bigger boxes. My problem is I'm packing all these little tiny shoebox size stuff, and it's taking just forever too, with the little bit I can get. I better go to the intersection. It'll be easier to get across. I don't like to do that left-hand turn thing because you're liable if you make a mistake, and two, it's so hard to go unless you have a light. It's safer just to go to the nearest stoplight. I used to drive around the block in California. I literally drive around the block before I ever made a left-hand turn. Yep. So anyway, in the meantime, I'm pushing to try to get this stuff out. It's making it difficult, although I could sit on that place for a year if I felt like it. Because, yes, I was in fact laid off from one of the corporates I worked for twice, which they, in fact, went out of business. They were forced out of business because they couldn't get government assistance for the PPP or whatever it is, and SBA and IDLES and all that stuff. So, and that's what the courts are respecting at this point, is that mainly. But the thing is, I pay rent, so it's really interesting. But I did contact the sheriffs and stuff today just to make sure, and he was like, you got time. And I'm like, I hope so. But you know, I don't like to have anything on my record, and two, I don't like to be a burden on anyone. It's just, I'm by myself trying to move. Although my landlord suggested that I get my neighbor to help me physically move, and then today he suggested I move in with them. And it was like, excuse me? Oh dear. That's a bit kooky, isn't it? And she was bitching and whining how she really wanted to sell, can't wait 7 more days, and all that stuff. And it's like, all I'm doing is asking you to grant me another 5 or 7 days. I have $1,000 deposit with you. Now, landlords have to give you an itemized statement of what they deduct out of your deposit. And the unfortunate thing is, this piece of junk is self-destructing. It's from the 80s, and she has put zero money in it. Her daddy owned it previously, and he's very elderly. But it's got the original carpet and tile in it, and it's just like, I'm not even moving furniture over the tile, and it's just self-destructing walking on it. I literally have put boxes down on top of the tile because it just keeps cracking up and catching in my shoes, and it's horrible. But it's and then I found that I guess the water heater appears to be leaking in both connects because they've turned blue. So that means water has hit that copper and it's corroding, which may be a reason why the floor is swelling. In the hallway, I used to have a runner carpet on top of it because of the tile, because when I moved in, you could pick up the tile off the floor. It was just like sand was under it. It was like it wasn't glued down, you know. And then as things, I guess, are leaking, then it starts sticking better, but then it curls up and all that stuff. And it was like the floor was growing, so I thought maybe I was suffocating it, not being able to draw by having that runner carpet, which the runner carpet turned black underneath. I had to throw it out. Couldn't get it clean, so it was stained with black mold, I guess. And so I had to throw it out. But I'll do a video before I get totally out of there so everybody can see it. But it's a very nice area. And there's only 31 units to the complex. They're all independent owned. And it's fairly quiet. Except for the neighbor in the house on the corner. They get in screaming battles at times and throw fits. And it's kind of interesting. Other than that, it's not too terrible bad. The Orientals bought the house on the corner after the old people died. And they were having Corona cocktail lounge till 2, 3, 4 in the morning with karaoke out of the garage with the door open, full blast, and letting like 30, 40 people park in the parking lot at the mall and then walk over to their house, which borders the mall. And that was quite interesting because the cocktail lounges are closed down, so I guess they decided to open their own. But yeah, and but all in all, it gets darned interesting. I wish people wouldn't stop in the middle of the street like that, because I can't see the other side. I appreciate it, but I can't see the other side of them over that truck. And there might be a car driving there, and that means I would be liable if they T-boned me because they didn't see me either. You gotta make sure it's clear. And right now I'm doing a left-hand turn, which is your fault no matter what, so you gotta be careful. But anyway, so I got some boxes over here the other day. These are some stocking folks over here. I'll go by here a lot to see if I can catch anything. But I got some last night, so I bet they haven't brought any more. It looks about the same. It looks about the way I left it yesterday, so I think I scored. Anyway, so thought it'd be interesting. I'm doing the best job I can. The boxes is the biggest problem. I have to spend so much time driving around and try to find boxes, which burns up my packing and moving time. I've now got 2 storages, so I had to get another one, which I hate that too. So it ought to be interesting. And I was supposed to relocate towards Panama for business purposes, but that is postponed for a moment due to some minor construction needs to be done prior to that, so that's kind of on hold for just a minute, which I was no great fan of moving towards Panama, really. Panama I wouldn't have minded years ago when there was money in Panama for my businesses and stuff, but it's a wipeout. It's not worth it, and now it's listed as one of the most dangerous places around to live. So, it used to be some kind of place years ago. A lot of money there. But, so I'm just doing the best job I can trying to get this packed up. Sure miss my daughter helping me. As normally, she does the real pack mule. She was really, really, really good at helping to pack and move. And she had done about 90% of it the last couple times we've moved. She's wonderful. She's really, really a hustler, you know. All in all, she's a good kid. She has a couple of flaws and a little bit of confusion right now, but she'll be over it. But anyway, it's a beautiful day today. It's 79 degrees. I'm trying to think of... Oh, there's another dollar place. I think it's on this street over here. It may be on the other street, but I'm thinking it's on this one. That police thing looks just like the kid that lives next door. There's some homeless people that sleep outside at these people's house, and then I think in exchange for sleeping outside, then they do a little work here and there for the people, and I think they pay them a little bit or something, and let them stay there outside, which is better than nothing. I mean, the one guy doesn't have a car. He's really nice, and he's really a very nice person to chat with. He's a charming young man, you know. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to get this all packed up, get on the road, because I'm running behind anyway. Really running behind. I'm almost 30 days behind of what I wanted to be doing and where I needed to be. So I've got a few places to be. I need to be in Louisiana. I need to be in Arkansas. I need to be in Lower Florida. There's a lot of places I need to be right away. So, and then while I'm out touring around, I will be looking at real estate. See if something catches my eye. And I got to get the website booted up and get some things going. Now, a lot of retail stock needs to be sold ASAP. And I haven't had a lot of time to fool with it because of the work I've been doing. It's kept me kind of busy. About my GPS and look for little dollar stores. Now the big mall over here, they do their cardboard recycling, so there's no boxes. They go into the recycler. It's a big presser machine, and they stick it in there and it compresses everything, and then it's taken away in a bundle to be recycled. So finding boxes over the mall over there is basically impossible. It almost looks like an old Cadillac of mine, but my one's a lot prettier than that. It kind of looks like my buddy's that he sold off for about 600 bucks. Got option to pick up 2 Cadillacs out by Georgia State Line that I really need to go do, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time or additional cash to fool with it, because I've got to get these other things done. So I hope you're not going through a big nightmare with your landlord. It's a shame. True shame. That people could be, I guess I would say, I guess I shouldn't say inconsiderate, but have compassion for humans, would probably be a better term. It's illegal for her to evict me, and I can hang her for a year or 2. I didn't think 7 days was a big hairy deal. I hate to play with boxes because the guy might get mad. I'm sorry to bother you. Is it okay if I get a little bit of boxes to move? You cool with that? Thank you so much. Yeah, hey Prince, that's what I say. Okay, I'm gonna go play with boxes while they're loading. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit.